Welcome back to Blind Item Breakdown. Our first blind item is about George Clooney and Amal Clooney. It reads, there was no illness that kept the A-list actor away from his work duties overseas. It was an epic blowout with his significant other. Now, I think it was a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months at this point, I made a video about George Clooney and Amal Clooney because I feel like they're headed towards a divorce. This man is so obsessed with his work, and Amal wanted him to come home and to spend time with their children. But George Clooney is motivated by fame, and Amal Clooney, she's busy as well. She's an international lawyer. This person actually commented, never argue with a lawyer. And I agree, I could imagine Amal standing up against George. But I sense trouble in paradise when I see George Clooney abruptly dropping out of the Venice Film Festival due to health issues. Now keep in mind, the blind item says there are no health issues. Now, what they're saying is that George has been diagnosed with a sinus infection, ouch, and under doctor's orders, he had to cut back on his activities. I'm actually a sinus infection king. I totally get it. I get the worst sinus infections and earaches and all of that. But supposedly, George started feeling well on a Wednesday and was advised to head straight home and rest up. One thing about George Clooney is that he has amazing PR. I've met with multiple PR agencies, and they all study how like Kim Kardashian and George Clooney operates, especially George, because all of the headlines, all of the news feed is so good about him, which to me, at first I believed it until I started to do more research, and I feel like it's all a cover up. I mean, I'm not doubting if he has a sinus infection or not, but it is a little suspicious. Here's a clip of George spotted in Venice. Now, it looks like George skipped out on a press junket for his new Netflix movie, J. Kelly, which I haven't heard of yet, but it includes Adam Sandler and Laura Dern, so it's probably going to be a hit. Speaking about the role, George said, when you're an actor in my position at my age, finding roles like this aren't all that common. If you can't make peace with aging, then you've got to get out of the business and just disappear. Wait, that is so morbid. He continued, I'm now the guy that when I go running after a bad day, it's funny, it's not suspenseful. That's okay. I embrace all of that.
If I didn't get my hair back soon, my wife was going to leave me, I think.
Did they ever let up on the making fun of you for the black hair or no?
The kids didn't, my wife didn't. I just looked like a Miami drug dealer with that bad dye job, you know. Finally got rid of it.
This blind item reads, there's been a nasty accident in Hollywood and someone will have to pay up. The issue is nobody wants to take responsibility per usual. But that's not the case anymore because with Morgan & Morgan, regular people are finally winning too. They are the largest injury law firm in America with over 1,000 attorneys and offices across the country ready to fight for you if you end up working with them. In the entertainment industry, these stars have a full team to manage them. Why shouldn't you? Plus, they've been doing this for over 35 years and recovered $25 billion for people just like you. One of their clients was offered a measly $350,000 from an insurance company. Morgan & Morgan got them $12 million. And these aren't rare stories. This is what they do. What makes it even better is how easy it is. For in 2025, people, Morgan & Morgan doesn't make you deal with the paperwork or pay anything up front. You can scan my QR code and fill out your case within minutes. And remember, the fee is free unless they win. So you don't have to pay anything out of pocket and you're not hiring a lawyer. You are hiring a full team who knows how to get it done. That is why Morgan & Morgan is who I would trust if anything happened to me. If you need them, you could start your claim now by clicking the link in the description below or scan the QR code on the screen using your phone's camera. It's fast, it's simple, and it could change everything. Let's switch gears to Khloe Kardashian's ex, French Montana, because it looks like he's in a serious relationship with the Princess of Dubai. The blind item reads, the directional rapper now has an end to a passport that will never see him get extradited for anything. Shout out to those people in Dubai. I don't think we actually play there on YouTube. I'm not entirely sure, but I have no plan to go anytime soon because I'm pretty sure it's illegal to be gay and I don't want to be in prison. Could you imagine that? But it looks like French Montana might get himself a palace there. This comment reads that French is marrying a princess. She divorced her last guy. It's just like a Taylor Swift song as imagined by a 14-year-old. Another person asked, isn't French Montana a dual citizen to begin with? And come on, people, I don't think the point of this is that he wants to have access to Dubai. I think the point is that he's marrying a princess. What's crazy about this situation is that our princess was just married like a year ago. So she jumped from a divorce to this new, I guess, marriage with French Montana. When it comes to her first husband, she accused him of being occupied with other companions. So possibly cheating. I know I'm going to butcher her name. I think it's Shakia Myra. Oh, she's got a long name. Shakia Myra bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. And her father's worth like billions of dollars. He like rules Dubai. She's living the life. French Montana's real name is Karim Karbouche, which I'm sorry for butchering everyone's names, but I think I actually did pretty good. He popped the question after he walked the runway as a featured model for the Paradise Ready to Wear Swim in Summer 2026 show. How romantic is that? He walked a runway, then decided to pop the question to her.
French Montana is showing off the unforgettable ring he proposed with. Just days after it was reported that the rapper was engaged to Dubai Princess Sheikha Mahra Mohammed Rashid Al Maktoum, the couple are now confirming the happy news. In a joint Instagram post August 29th, French and Sheikha Mahra hold hands while debuting the massive emerald-shaped rock he used to pop the question, captioning the post with a simple white heart and sparkle emojis.
So it looks like our princess is the daughter of the Dubai ruler and the United Arab Emirates Prime Minister. So she is set for life. Could you guys imagine if French Montana becomes like the king of Dubai? Whenever our princess decided to leave her last husband, she wrote on Instagram, "As you are occupied with other companions, I hereby declare our divorce. I divorce you. I divorce you. I divorce you. Take care, your ex-wife." Which was her, honestly, an iconic breakup post. This will also be the second marriage for French Montana. He was with his wife, Dean, at first, until he got with Khloe Kardashian. His divorce was finalized the same year he started dating into the Kardashian family.
French Montana just proved that you should never give up on life, because in your darkest moments, you can never imagine the highest highs. In 2003, French Montana was shot in the head in the Bronx after being set up by his own friend. That same friend who set him up ended up driving him to the hospital, which did save his life after he got his head stapled. But he faced a murder charge right after that, which he then ended up beating. And 22 years later, he is officially engaged to one of the richest women in the world, with her family being worth an estimated $18 billion. He would have gone back to the moment when he had just gotten shot in the head and told him what his life would look like 20 years later. I don't even think he would believe you. Wherever you're at in life, keep going, because you never know what the future holds.
Now, I'm not lying. I'm actually genuinely, truly concerned about Miss Northwest and the environment that she is being raised in. This 12-year-old girl. This blind item, though, is about Northwest, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, and Bianca Censori. Is that why her last name's Censori? Because she needs to be censored? This barely there celebrity offspring of the two permanent A-listers is being groomed to be an adult entertainer just like mom and the stepmom. Wait. I thought they were gonna say like an entertainer like their mother and their father, not like their mother and Bianca Censori. What kind of entertainer are we talking about? This comment reads, "Poor child is only 12 years old." Another person writes, "I knew there'd be a blind about North today. Those pictures of her going out with Kim are sickening. That child is no more than a prop in Kim's eternal quest for publicity. No real parent parades their 12-year-old daughter out in blue hair and ample cleavage. When I saw those pictures of North, I saw the future they have planned for her, and it's so sad." Another person added that North is another cash cow for the family. It's sick. Another person pointed out that an article showed that North's finger was pierced today. What the hell? Which I think I've mentioned this now in maybe 2 videos, but I'm not a fan of this piercing.
This is still a 12-year-old. And this is still inappropriate, and I don't care if you disagree. She allowed North to get a surface finger piercing, the most common piercing, to painfully snag and redirect. She's not a good mother at all. I did not know what that was. I had to search it, and then I saw it. Let me show you. This is a surface finger piercing. Besides the 10 earrings and cartilage piercings in this child's ear, she has been allowed to get a piercing in her middle finger. First of all, just objectively, can you imagine if this snagged on a piece of clothing? The pain? This is absolutely insane for a 12-year-old. Allowing them to get body piercings outside of maybe 1 to 2 on their earlobes. And you may not have noticed, but North is carrying a Balenciaga bag, which is so crazy to me after all the controversy that was proven to be true and all of the things that were found to be shown in their campaigns alluding to disgusting things with children. Kim has still allowed her child to rep the brand, which I think says a lot.
Speaking of Bianca Censori and her Bianca's, it looks like she's getting paid by Kanye West for some X-rated stunts. If I was Bianca, I would be exhausted. Like, what is this man putting you up to now? Bianca and Kanye have once again made headlines, with many questioning their relationship dynamics. Supposedly, Kanye is employing Bianca to do these X-rated stunts in public, and he compensates her for it. Well, that's a relief. At least we know that she's not, walking on the Grammys red carpet willingly naked. She's getting paid by, was it the Grammys or was it the VMA Awards? But when she was, we're not going to put the picture up because we're not trying to get in trouble from YouTube. They say that Kanye is paying Bianca handsomely, which is interesting because I thought he was going broke, but she's being compensated every time that she does some crazy things for Kanye. It looks like she was paid up to $250,000 per spectacle, and it looks like Bianca's also saving every dime. Good for her. Go and create your own bank account, go and save that money, get your escape plan ready. Maybe Kanye is running broke because last week there was conversation around the fact that Bianca was spotted wearing clothing. People were shocked to see her. She was with Northwest during the outing, so maybe she's trying to have some respect. I mean, that would be shocking. Reports earlier this year claimed that Bianca was frustrated with Kanye because he wasn't helping her with her career. So I guess maybe this is his way of now trying to help her by just paying her off. I guess Bianca had this idea that she was going to become the next Kim Kardashian. She would be on the cover of Vogue and doing all these things once she got with Kanye. But really, you just got Kim's sloppy, very sloppy seconds.
Feeling her mermaid Ariel princess, huh?
Improvise, bitch.
Period.
Improvise, bitch.
Now, I don't know if you guys saw Fifth Harmony reunited. It was an absolute mess, and Camila Cabello wants no part of it. This blind item reads, the foreign-born illiterate singer wants no part of a reunion, and that goes for at least one more member of the group. So don't get your hopes up. Who do we have left? So Camilla left. We've got Lauren, Allie, Dina, and of course you can't forget Normani. And I'm sure Normani or Allie would be the ones who do not want to be there. But at this point, they don't have any other choice. So what else are they gonna do? This comment reads, the four of them did get together, but it was not very memorable. Perhaps their fans enjoyed it. And I have to say, I did enjoy watching it. Would I go to a concert, a live show? Probably not. Another person said that we don't want a Fifth Harmony reunion. I think artists in general overestimate the public's desire for a reunion tour. They're not even going to the current artists, which makes sense because concert tickets are so expensive nowadays. Like, I swear, when I was a kid, like, I went to like a Jonas Brother concert like way long ago, when they were kids too, and like it was cheap. Like, you go get a lawn seat, like it'd be like $20. Maybe not even that. And maybe people aren't lining up to go and purchase tickets to go and see them live, but it did go viral. Keep in mind, it was December 2016 when the group started to fall apart because Camila Cabello had exited and she was like the main girl in the group. Now, of course, this was a big hit on social media, but again, I don't think people are like, protesting for Fifth Harmony to come back, especially when there's only four of them. Like, something about that bothers me. Fifth Harmony, but there's four girls. Like, at least go and replace one of them. Camila Cabello did react with 4 hearts on the Instagram post that they shared on the Fifth Harmony page, so she's trying to be supportive, probably from afar. I don't think that she wants to fall back into that cycle, especially if you saw some of these dance moves. They were completely out of sync. It was a hot mess, but I did enjoy watching it.
Does anyone else think that this is kind of premature, perhaps even a little bit embarrassing, especially without Camila involved? I feel like Fifth Harmony, especially as a quartet and not including Camila, definitely just does not have the kind of cultural cachet to be reuniting at this specific moment in time. It feels a little bit desperate and a little bit like cash grabby, but what cash are we grabbing for? Their last tour together as a quartet was, quite frankly, embarrassing compared to their original run, and it's not as though they were selling out arenas to begin with. Their 727 tour, which was like arguably the peak of their career, went viral several times for having kind of like half-empty audiences they were performing to, and that's with Camila. It's 7 years since they broke up, and they have had no #1 albums in the US. They've had no #1 singles. Their biggest single peaked at #4. It's kind of like, well, what are we reviving? Especially when the careers of the solo members have really not gone on to be anything super inspiring.
Now, this is a scary blind item about Drake. The former wheelchair actor is being smarter about checking for ID, but if you want to hook up with him, you better act and dress like you're super young. What is it about Drake and, like, allegedly, like, younger women, or I mean, girls in some cases? I thought that he liked, the big BBL, but like stripper girls, like in his music videos, like the thick, overdone, like what's the fascination with these like Millie Bobby Browns? This comment reads that Drake is pathetic. His real hangup is that he's incapable of relating or managing a relationship with a woman his own age. Another person said, how does this make him sound even more creepy? Now, there was a recent moment in New York City where Drake's store was attacked by a woman with a hammer, and she tried to set fire onto the store. Now, I don't know what Drake did to piss off this woman, but she was mad. Maybe she's in some psychosis. Maybe she's mentally unwell. Ugh, I get it, girl. We've all been there. But it looks like she caused about $23,000 in damages. That's like a lot of vacations right there. So this woman caused a lot of damage, and a lot of people, including myself, are wondering, why is she motivated to do this? Like, what's the MO? Unless it's like Kendrick Lamar and his people trying to send her there to go and make Drake look bad.
Chat, Kendrick definitely paid this woman to do this. It's obvious, bro. It's so fucking obvious. Who's gonna go to an OVO store and just trash it?
Lil Nas X, this blind item reads, it is amazing what a few bucks can get you in the PR world. Now everyone's convinced that this singer wasn't on drugs when he was arrested. Now I must admit that this is a detail that I'm not 100% buying, because Lil Nas X seemed like he was on drugs in those clips. This comment reads, no, we are not convinced. Another person writes, maybe he was just possessed? Attacking 3 cops while naked sounds messy. Why would they make up a negative drug result to look better? Tink says, oh, everyone knows he was on drugs. They're just trying to blame the music business for the pressure. Another person questioned, is he wasn't on drugs? He's just crazy? Really a PR victory? And let me just remind you guys what we're working with here.
Nah. Hey, don't be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at. No, go ahead, babe. No. Go ahead, babe. No. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down? Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that. Da. Hey, for everybody coming to the party. La. Yes, I am serving you. I am serving you. And you better be at that party tonight. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, get my good side. Every side. Yes.
What in the hell is going on here? But it looks like Lil Nas X and his father are trying to switch up the narrative. Robert Stafford, the father of Lil Nas X. Wow, his name's Robert Stafford. I wonder, what is Lil Nas X's real name? Isn't it Montero? Well, Robert, Lil Nas X's dad, says that he's blaming the music industry, saying that the music business, it's like a high. When you get to that level, you want that drug again. You want to hit that high again. Robert also claims that Lil Nas X is under pressure. He's the primary breadwinner, and he's financially supporting his family while also dealing with his mother's drug addiction. Ooh, that's gotta be hard. Robert said it was hard for him to see his son in jail, saying, quote, to my baby boy on the other side of the glass, we shed tears with each other for a minute. I had to tell him what you're going through is normal. After Lil Nas X was heard before a judge, it looks like his father Robert decided to do some press outside of the jail or the courthouse or wherever they were. But here's a clip of Lil Nas X's father speaking about his case.
Any message to the fans that are concerned about him right now?
He's in good spirit. He's all right. He's very remorseful for what happened. But it can happen to any family. He's going to get the help that he needs, and just keep him in your prayers. Give him the same grace and mercy that God give everyone.
Sir, what kind of help do you think he needs? What are you looking for?
How is he doing mentally? I know a lot of people have
He's doing
brought
great
that
mentally. He's doing great mentally.
What was that first conversation like with him?
It's awesome. We shed tears, we shed laughter, but he's in great spirit. He's going to be great. God, like I said, God is good. All the time, God is good. Just keep him in your prayers.
Are you looking forward to having him home today, sir?
Absolutely.
Now, the problem here is that this kind of charge does not go away. He supposedly attacked 3 police officers, like punching them. I believe at one point he injured one of their backs. So this is pretty serious, and he's gonna have to go back in front of a judge and to like determine like whether he's gonna go to jail or not. Like he hasn't had the sentencing yet. He was bonded out, bailed out. Now he has to go back, and they might lock him up for like a couple years, especially if he wasn't on drugs. Then there's no excuse.
Lil Nas X has pleaded not guilty to injuring a police officer and resisting arrest. The singer's facing 3 felony charges and could get up to 5 years in prison if convicted. It's after he was filmed walking the streets of LA in his underwear last week and taken to hospital for a possible overdose.
Right now there's nothing in the record that drugs were even a part of this. And so this is just an aberrant episode and an otherwise productive life. To call his life productive, I think, would be an understatement.
Police say Lil Nas, real name Montero Lamar Hill, charged at them when they arrived at the scene, and an attorney claims 3 officers were injured. His representatives haven't commented yet.
Lil Nas must be the breadwinner because he must have had $75,000 laying around to go and bail himself out. He currently has 4 felonies, and we're going to be keeping up with his case. As for Lil Nas X, he hasn't really spoken. He did share a story on Instagram where he called himself She, saying that she's gonna get through it. Everything here is just so bizarre. Like, we need to move on.
Your girl is gonna be okay, y'all. Okay? She's gonna be alright. She's gonna be alright. Shit. That was fucking terrifying. That was terrifying. That was a terrifying last 4 days. But your girl is gonna be alright.
Let's talk about Charlize Theron. I've actually seen her at the gym before. This foreign-born A-list actress is an Oscar winner nominee. There has been yet another guy who had wanted no part of her after a couple dates. He was just really freaked out by her. Wait. You spooked? Because honestly, like, I was spooked too. She's not like the nicest person, I'm sorry. This comment reads, I'd cut her some slack. The rumor is that when she was a child, she shot and killed her father in self-defense while he was attacking her mother. He'd get violently drunk. It was reported that the mother shot the father, but there were some holes in the details that were questionable. Wait, what? Is that like a video we need to do a deep dive on? Have we heard this before? This is like my first time hearing this. Like, let me know in the comments below. Do we need a deep dive on this? Because you sparked my interest. This comment reads, Charlize scares me a bit. Well, it does look like she had an amazing night with a 26-year-old. This is so cringe to me. I mean, she's 49, which really, 49 is not old at all, but a 26-year-old, I mean, what are you going to talk about? I guess you're not going to talk. You're just going to hook up with them. Charlize said, I've probably had 3 one-night stands in my entire life, but I did recently F a 26-year-old. It was really effing amazing. I've never done that. I was like, oh, this is great. Let's take a look at Charlize's interview on Call Her Daddy.
I've probably had 3 one-night stands in my entire life. Okay. But I did just recently a 26-year-old, and it was really amazing. Yes, and I've never done that. And I was like, oh, this is great. Okay.
Let me just say, that 26-year-old is the luckiest man walking on this planet. He's walking different today, knowing, oh my God.
He for sure is not, but thank you.
This report claims that Charlize's SCX life is thriving, but she's not really looking for anything serious. In fact, she doesn't miss having a relationship at all. Charlize says, I was married from the time that I was like having SCX to the time I had my last relationship. Then I had children. Who has effing time for dates, shaving, waxing, and makeup? Now, it looks like, according to Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Charlize opened up about her experience with the dating app Raya. So it looks like Raya's where she's probably finding these 26-year-olds. I remember when I was single, I tried to get onto Raya because like it's also kind of like a LinkedIn in a way, and I was not approved. I was denied. They don't like people who talk about celebrities on there. Oops. Let's talk about Jessica Simpson. Speaking of airlines and celebrities, this former singer who was recently spotted on an airline once threw the biggest diva fit ever because one of her people booked her on British Airways and our singer had never heard of the airline, so refused to fly it. That is kind of funny. I mean, if you've never heard of an airline before, I could totally understand why you would be a little bit worried. This comment reads, "It sounds like someone who complains about absolutely everything." I don't know why, but I find this so funny. Mishi Mishi writes, "Some people are so ignorant." It was interesting to see Jessica Simpson and her cheating ex-husband, Eric Johnson, take a plane together to Vegas. Now, they were without their kids, which is interesting. Like, why? Looks like they took a Southwest flight from Burbank. Wow! See, celebrities acting like normal people. But I think it's weird that they're traveling together because it looks like they were going to go and see Jessica's sister perform in Vegas. There are some pictures circulating of Jessica in a red shirt alongside her ex-husband on the flight. It looks like they sat in the same row, but they did keep that middle seat open, which I could really appreciate. You know, you want that little bit of space. And, you know, I'm not like the biggest person, but even I'm like over here, like my shoulders sometimes are going past the seats, like it's uncomfortable. Oh gosh, like comment below. Do you guys get so uncomfortable in airplane seats? Because it's one of the worst things. Like I really, I'm sorry I'm a complainer, but it's just one of those things in life that I struggle. Jessica did reveal that she and her ex jetted off to Vegas to go and support her sister Ashley, who has a Vegas residency at the Venetian. I grew up listening to Ashley Simpson's music. Comment below if you guys did as well.
Jessica Simpson reunited with estranged husband Eric Johnson while attending sister Ashley's Las Vegas concert.
My husband is the best support that I could ever ask for.
That's Jessica singing along to Pieces of Me near her parents and Ashley's husband, Evan Ross.
You had some very special people in there. What's it like to be on that stage and seeing your family there to support you?
It was amazing. Last night, and I could see they were in the dead, like, middle table, so
Right
I could
there.
really, like, see my mom and Evan and Jess and everyone. Honestly, it was just, like, a great feeling.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't think they'll miss a show.
Everyone flocked to
I'm
Vegas.
like, I got
for
a
you.
good family. They're there for me. They're rooting me on.
As for Eric, he was seen enjoying the show on his own, despite coming and going from the concert with Jess. The pair were even spotted flying to Vegas together.
This next blind item is about Lindsay Lohan. It reads, "This illiterate actress, not named Sydney, was supposed to do a charity gig but backed out when they wouldn't send a private jet for her." Okay, Lindsay, I know you're getting comfortable in Dubai with all the luxury, but if you're dealing with charity, I hope they don't have a private jet just waiting. It just feels like it defeats the point. Like, we're dealing with charity, but you've got private jets. This comment reads that people like this should be outed. You don't get to pretend that you're a philanthropist when you try to force the charity to spend that much money on you. Another person writes, "So many of these charity celebrity events end up paying celebrities so much more than what they raise just to turn up." Now, Lindsay, she's minding her own business. It looks like she recently posted a selfie on Instagram, further denying the plastic surgery rumors. I kind of wish that Lindsay came back and was a little bit more chill. Like, she's come back and it seems like she's a little bit like stiff and bitter. Like, girl, we could see that your face has completely transformed. Every time I see a throwback, I jump scare, and then when I see your new face, I can't stop staring. It's so beautiful. Yeah, she looks great here. She doesn't even look real. Like, literally doesn't look real. Can we do like a zoom in? Like, she kind of looks like a wax figure. And I love how people in the comments are begging her, spill all the treatment secrets. We need to know. Your skin looks amazing. You're a gorgeous lady. People just want to know how they can look as good as Lindsay. Or do that reverse effect.
We need to talk about Lindsay Lohan's appearance at the Freakier Friday premiere because she is the literal blueprint for facial glow-ups. Her transformation, for me, is one of the most impactful ones that we've seen in recent times. And to go from this appearance in 2009 to how she currently looks requires a multi-professional team across non-surgical and surgical. What's really impressive about her transformation and what I advocate for is how if you are going to restore and rejuvenate your face, no one should be able to pinpoint exactly what you've had done. I still think there's been some degree of facelift involved here, whether that be an endoscopic one, and the likes of Lindsay, Emma Stone and Anne Hathaway all fall into that category of younger female celebrities where we have seen a noticeable shift in their appearances.
Now, the world is obsessed with Lindsay's new look, but it seems like it's kind of working against her. Lindsay did respond to the negative side of this glow up that she's had. Her publicist chimed in saying, "Yeah, but you know what the problem is being beautiful women. The second she looks different, they assume she had her face lifted at 37 or 38, and that she ripped apart this or that. It's so mean." Wait, I like how the publicist is like giving us dates now. Okay, so it was when she was 37 or 38. That's what I heard.
You look at somebody like Lindsay Lohan, who allegedly had a lot of work done, a lot of beautiful work, and so she's getting praised, and everybody is like, oh my God, the Lohan Sans or Renaissance, whatever. She's healthy and she looks amazing.
That's what's so funny to me, by the way. Everyone's like, it's so great that she's sober now. I was like, did she ever fucking say that?
Yeah.
Like,
also, I'm sober, and sobriety doesn't do that to you. Yes, it helps, right?
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't give you a full
Glow up.
face. But you know that if her surgeon hadn't executed that as impeccably as the surgeon did, if people didn't like how it came out, it would be a completely different narrative right now. And that, I think, is really unfair for women.
Now, we actually talked about this in the Let's Get Into It podcast. If you guys did not see that yesterday, go and check it out right now. But it's about Ariana Grande, and it reads, the team of the singing actress wants her to tour all next year. They're trying to force her hand. She doesn't want to do it, and is probably not well enough to do it, and will be even worse after promoting her next movie for months. Now, I don't play when it comes to like eating disorders and wellness, and it actually makes me get a little spinny right now even thinking about it, because I do love Ariana Grande and I worry about her. This comment reads, Ariana Grande definitely. I thought she mentioned not wanting to tour like she used to. Regardless, I hope she gets a better team that will actually listen. Another person writes, are they pulling a farewell tour if she's not well enough? Ariana doesn't seem to want to get better. But it's interesting, Ariana Grande announced that she's got a new tour, but I do remember specifically hearing her talk about wanting to focus on acting and things like that. I do feel like we dived into this in the Let's Get Into It podcast, but I do feel like there's a world where she's in a bad contract, or a contract where she's being forced to work for this record label and do things that she truly does not want to do. And I've known Ariana Grande ever since the Sam and Cat days, the Victorious. Like, she's been working so hard. Give the girl a break.
You gonna tour this album?
TBD.
A lot of people talking about
really-
a 2-album tour, which you hinted to at one point.
On your show, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I think I was buying myself time, and
You
I
did
didn't want
well.
to do that. I was like, I was like, yeah, and then the album will never happen, and then the tour never. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I think I would love to do shows. I love being on stage. I miss being on stage. I miss my fans so much. That's the honest to God truth. I had a really hard time emotionally on my last tour, but I think that's because of where I was at.
Totally.
So just like with music, I think I'm really excited to redefine my relationship to shows when I'm ready, and to see what that looks like. I do have a very busy year with this and with Wicked, and then the next year I also have Wicked Part 2, so I'm interested to see what that would look like. It would obviously be shorter. If it were anything, it would be like a littler something, but I definitely do have the itch. I miss my fans, I miss being on stage, but then again, I also am not ready to announce any sort of thing or get people too excited, because I don't want to disappoint.
Comment below if you guys plan to see Ariana Grande in tour. This next blind item is about Will Smith. It reads, the A-list singer-actor is having a tough time getting people to pay to see him perform. I'm telling y'all, it's the ticket prices. These people just need to drop their ticket prices so low and everyone will be there. Like 20 bucks, 15 bucks. Like Will Smith, okay, 15, 12 bucks. 12 bucks, I'll go, Will. Can we do 12? But recently he's been in hot water because he's accused of creating an AI crowd for his tour video. You know it's bad if you don't have any footage of people actually having fun at your shows. So you need to go and digitally alter this video to go and make it seem more exciting than it actually is. That should actually be called false advertising, right?
Will Smith used AI to make it look like cancer survivors and huge crowds came to his shows. Will Smith recently released a hype video about how much he loves seeing his fans on tour. But funny enough, a majority of said fans in that video can never be seen by anyone on tour because they're AI. And now we get to the fake cancer survivors clip from the beginning. I actually couldn't find too many issues with these presumably fake cancer survivors. But then I saw this woman right here. Now either she had just swallowed a fat frog, or she has Lucas's disease, a rare disorder where your body gives you George Lucas-like gels within a fraction of a second. This is the most upsetting part of all this to me. Exploiting people's emotions by pretending these AI cancer survivors showed up to your show is absolutely disgusting and incredibly disheartening. Makes you feel kind of gross, huh? How do you feel about all this? Let me know in the comments.
It's the fake cancer survivors in the video for me that is so cringe. I can't get over it, but I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Blind Item Breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We do have a new... Ooh, wait. Do I talk about it? Okay, sure. Let's do it. Either next week or the week after, we have a new series coming to the YouTube channel. Let me know if you guys... Is anyone even here? Is this thing on? I don't know if you guys even... I should have mentioned this earlier on. Okay, well, we got a new... Comment below, like a blue heart, if you are still here. I want to know if anyone like even hears this, but we've got a new series starting on the channel. It will be starting either Monday next week or the Monday after. I think it's gonna be probably like 2 weeks from now, but it's a new series that will be on the channel. Every Wednesday we have the Let's Get Into It podcast on my podcast channel. Go and check that out. Every Thursday we've got the blind item breakdown video, and then I've got a new video that will be a main channel series that will feature every week. Can you guys guess what it's going to be about? Comment below. Guess what you guys are going to think, or what you think it's going to be about, because I'm excited for it. I feel like you guys, I don't even know if people were requesting it, but I thought about it and my team were putting it together. So I hope you enjoy. Comment below what you guys guess and those blue emojis if you made it to the end, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye guys.